Okay, so in FnB, a lot of restaurateurs or a lot of FnB FnB operator, they always try to meet guest expectation, just like any other suppliers in tourism and hospitality industry. So food service operators are not simply in the business of providing FnB, but they are in the business of creating guest enjoyment. So you have to bear in mind that we not only provide food, but we provide the enjoyable guest experience, which means the customer not only there, some of the customers are not only there to enjoy the food. Of course, the food is the first and foremost, the most important thing, the most important element in FnB services. But then, to make the fine dining enjoyable, you have to remember that the ambience also play a very important role. The dining entertainment, like the music or maybe live band or maybe some other entertainment that accompany the food while the customers are on dining activities, are also important. So it requires attention to detail and preparation that begins well in advance of welcoming the first guest. And the guest experience is determined by a variety of interrelated factors, like the one that I mentioned before, including also the menu design. So some people are very particular about the menu design, not the menu card only, but the menu that is served to the customer, the place setting, the ambience, the plate presentation, and also the style of service. And there are also issues of FnB operation that need to be considered, which is the size of storage areas. So being in FnB industry, so we need a large space, or we need a sufficient space to store our raw materials or raw ingredients. Sebab kita nak masak ni, kita perlukan tempat penyimpanan yang sesuai, tak semestinya besar tapi mesti sesuai, sebab kita perlu simpan raw materials, barang-barang makanan, barang-barang mentah, barang-barang fragile ataupun barang-barang yang perishable, yang senang untuk rosak. Contohnya kalau macam ayam, poultry, meat, yang tu sebenarnya kalau ikutkan dia punya kaedah yang sebenar, poultry and meat kita tak boleh letak dekat lantai, sebab kalau kita letak dekat lantai, I mean yang mentah tu, bila orang hantar barang mentah tu, yang kita beli ayam dekat market sebelum kita nak siang tu, so some of us might put the chicken, the poultry on the floor. So bila kita letak dekat atas lantai tu, actually dia mempercepatkan proses proses the bacterial process yang menyebabkan dia cepat rosak. So you need an ample, or you need a sufficient storage area untuk you punya raw materials. Production and service area, so dalam FnB kita ada production area and service area. Production ni dekat mana tempat yang kita prepare the food, where we produce the food. Kita masak tu dekat mana, kita buat mise en place tu dekat mana. Mise en place is actually kita prepare, potong-potong semua tu dekat mana. And also the service area, dekat area mana yang kita nak serve kita punya customer. Kena tengok, dan kalau boleh janganlah dekat production tu juga yang you nak serve, nak serve the food for the customer. Okay. But there are also some of the FnB outlet yang mana bila kita beli makanan, kita nampak the production area. So yang tu is another story lah. For example, kalau macam kita ada food service, we go at the counter of food service restaurant. Apa orang kata, makanan segera, fast food restaurant. So it is actually it is purposely the counter to be situated dekat dengan dia punya production area, so that the customer would be able to see how the food is being produced and what kind of food has been produced. Sebab FnB ni kita fast food restaurant ni kita nak cepat, it's fast. So bila customer nampak apa makanan yang masih ada, apa makanan yang tak ada dekat belakang, kat kaunter belakang tu, customer will be able to make a quick choice masa dia nak order tu. Okay, and then types of equipment that we use, it must be suitable, and also the capabilities of preparation, production and service personnel. A good personnel in FnB is very very critical in this particular business, because FnB is a very very exhausting, very very tiring punya operation or service, because you need to start early and then you need to close late. Kalau dia tutup pukul 10, you bukan balik pukul 10, you nak buat closing lagi. So that's why you need for like, maybe kalau kedai tutup pukul 10, you akan balik pukul 2-3 pagi, something like that. So these are the example of the menu card. Menu card is also important, especially the presentation, untuk menggambarkan to help the customer visualize our menu, the menu that we serve. Okay, in preparing to welcome the guests, welcome here means untuk membuatkan customer tu rasa appreciated, yang ni in terms of the menu. So the first one is designing the menu. Kita kena designkan kita punya menu. Menu here means apa yang kita nak serve, the what kind of food ataupun what kind of name yang kita nak namakan dengan kita punya food yang kita nak serve tu. An effective menu design begins with identifying target segments and planning to meet their desires. So kalau you buka cafe hipster, apa makanan yang sesuai dengan cafe hipster? Kalau you buka apa makanan Negeri Sembilan, for example, restoran yang menyajikan makanan Negeri Sembilan, takkan you nak letak laksa Penang pula. So kena ada sesuai dengan menu tu, mesti sesuai dengan you punya target segment and meet their desires. And then design the presentation of the menu. So decide what type of menu board should be placed, like you nak buat secara grafik ke, gambar ke, color apa, font apa, dan layout of a menu is very important. Nampak macam mudah tapi actually menu ni pun sebenarnya penting. A variety of decision that range from selecting serviceware to designing place setting. So keputusan untuk nak pakai cutlery apa, pinggan macam mana yang you nak pakai. Kalau fine dining restaurant, adakah sesuai untuk you pakai pinggan plastik? Kalau restoran biasa, kedai tom yum, tak apa pinggan plastik. Tapi kalau fine dining restaurant is very unacceptable, it's not suitable. Okay, then designing the place setting and also designing the actual plate presentation. The presentation should be designed to fill our senses through a combination of color, texture, shape, aroma and also arrangement. Kalau boleh, your food presentation mesti tally dengan what you have presented in the menu card. Nanti dalam menu card tu lain, janganlah bila keluar food tu nanti dalam pinggan lain. So it must be tally. Cuma dari segi size, kalau for your information, FnB punya marketing normally they will enlarge the size of the food. Contohnya kalau macam you tengok iklan Big Mac for example, iklan burger dekat McD, so you nampak burger tu macam besar tapi bila beli kecil je sebenarnya. Yang itu untuk marketing purpose, it's acceptable kalau you nak enlarge the picture ataupun you nak amplify the picture, the photo of the food, sebab orang tahu yang tu for the purpose untuk kita buat marketing. Tapi jangan terlalu exaggerate. Bila kita exaggerate, we overpromise what we can fulfill, nanti it will end up with customers frustration. And beverage also plays an important part. Kalau macam dalam fine dining restaurant, for Western culture, beverage ni penting. Antara beverage yang penting adalah beers, wines and spirits can enhance food and add to the overall dining experience. Okay, kalau Mak Saleh ni dia minum, masa dia fine dining dia akan minum air biasa dulu, air putih, sky juice ataupun cold water ataupun warm water. So lepas dia ataupun semasa dia dining tu, dia akan minta ataupun staff server akan tanya dekat dia sama ada dia nak wine together with the meal. So normally they will go for red wine ataupun white wine ataupun champagne lah. Kalau beers ni bukan semua Mak Saleh boleh minum sebab beers ni dia punya rasa is a bit lebih keras daripada wine and champagne. Normally normally they do not drink beer together with the food. Beer ni yang dekat bar tu, yang dekat bar tu, yang duduk dekat long table tu, high table tu, yang tu biasanya orang akan minum beer without any food lah. Kalau ada pun finger food sahaja. And beverage operations require a great deal of attention to detail because they represent a substantial investment in equipment, furniture, decor and inventory. Okay, sebab beverage operation ni kalau macam Mak Saleh punya restoran, non-Muslim punya restoran, beverage ni memang dia perlukan a separate operation daripada restoran normally sebab beverage ni, especially liquor ataupun minuman keras, dia memang perlukan attention to detail. For example, you nak pilih wine pun you kena pilih yang jenama yang bagus, dan dia punya tahap wine tu pun, jenis-jenis wine tu pun you kena ambil yang lama, lebih lama lebih bagus, tapi jangan lama sangat sebab bila lama sangat nanti lagi rasa dia tak sedap. So the process of creating or making wine ni sebenarnya kita kena peram anggur ataupun peram gandum dalam masa yang lama. So after a while dia akan start daripada gandum, lepas tu you akan peram dia lama for many years, berapa tahun saya tak sure, and then dia akan bertukar menjadi wine ataupun menjadi arak. So kalau you peram lagi lama, dia akan tukar jadi cuka pula. So that's why pemilihan tu, penyimpanan tu, the way you operate, the way you choose your beverage, specifically on liquor ni, memang requires attention, okay, and consideration, high consideration. With the explosion of specialty coffees and teas, bottled water, juices and energy drinks, non-alcoholic beverages are no longer an afterthought. Okay, so apa yang dia nak cakap kat sini, selain daripada liquor, alcoholic drink, alcoholic beverages, so non-alcoholic beverages also requires consideration juga kalau kita nak fokuskan on kita punya beverages. Sekarang ni kalau you tengok banyak cafe yang provide brewed coffee kan. Kalau dulu kita minum kopi kampung je, serbuk kopi je, sekarang ni ramai yang minum brewed coffee, which means dia ambil daripada beans tu dan dia brew masa tu juga. Okay, so dia ramailah yang come up I think a lot of people nowadays ataupun a lot of restaurant nowadays know how to brew coffee. So they know how to make cappuccino, they know how to americano, latte, mocha, and what not. Cuma sebezanya sedap dengan tak sedap je lah. Dan dia punya beans tu originate from where. Okay, tapi dengan the emerging trends of many types of teas and coffees, so it will provide a variety of beverages which end up satisfy the customers.